This is following on from the TEDx talk, How Unicorns Wind Up in Straitjackets. Hi, welcome to this edition of Unicorns Out of Straitjackets. The idea is that unicorns are beautiful, talented people who are magical, unique, but unfortunately in the wrong career for them, or applying their skills in a different career, and therefore they feel like they're in a straitjacket because they're confined. Today with me, I have the most anticipated guest on the show, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. She has been through this journey that you're considering, or you've been through this career change journey where you've been doing something unfulfilling, and she's going to be telling you all about it and how she made it work for her today and how she's acing it in her career today. So today I have the one and only Catherine Galea with me. So Catherine, can you tell us about yourself, please? We're dying to know.
Hi, Linda. Thank you so much for having me. I feel so excited, so honored to be part of your project, Unicorns Out of a Straitjacket. Yes, I am one of them. I can say that I am a unicorn out of straitjacket, and I love the magical creatures of unicorns. So yes, I think this is such an important area to touch on because so many people need to have the courage and be inspired to follow their purpose and make the big step in their career to be truly fulfilled. And I am one of them.
So tell us what do you do?
Yes, I am an empowerment coach and mindfulness teacher and also an energy healer. I'm also the founder of Unlock Your Purpose. So there are two areas of my work. One of them is actually helping people to find their purpose, to find the work that they are meant to do, that gives them fulfillment, makes them happy, gives them success, but also it's for the higher good of society. So it's not just I am benefiting from the work that I am doing, but it's others around me are benefit. So we're having a positive impact in the world.
Oh, that's amazing. That is really selfless as well. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you. So I hope I can be inspiration to others, especially women, to do the same. And there's also another area of my work, which is especially, I really focus on it at the moment because we are in a difficult situation as the whole world is going through. And I work with people to help them free themselves from stress, from the overwhelm, from burnout, so they can find and restore their balance in their life and be happy. And part of it actually will go also into the subject of purpose, because looking at the bigger picture of life, doing the work that we love helps us to be happy and releases us from stress. Because when we're doing a job, like you know, and I know, that we do not love, we're not connected, we're not engaged with it, we're going to be full of stress.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your career change journey. What did you do before and how did you move from it? How did it feel for you?
Exactly. So I had a very successful career in insurance. I'm originally from Malta and I started my career there at a young age, 17 years old. But I climbed up the ladder. I qualified in insurance with flying colors. So I was the perfect candidate for all the jobs, including management. I could have actually probably today, if I would be still in insurance, I would be a CEO or something, you know? So I would be really on top.
Yes.
But there was always that feeling of emptiness, unhappiness, and something is not right. And you know, I was getting all the promotions, I was loved by my superiors, I had good colleagues, I had everything to like in my job. I had a good salary, but anyway, I always I wake up unhappy. And why should I wake up unhappy to go to work? Why should Sunday night would be a nightmare for me? And sometimes I cry, going to bed crying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it was not that really started something in me. It was through other things that were happening in my life
Okay.
that I realized that took me to changing my career. I suffered from an eating disorder when I was younger, and I sort of was coping with it, ups and downs. Sometimes I lose weight, sometimes I put on weight. So there was always this playing up with me.
Yeah.
I was married, but I was not happy. And when I took the decision actually that I must leave the marriage, everything started to change, including the career.
I mean, that's an important point that you mentioned because I often say about personal and professional development, they're all together. You can't have one without the other. It's like a domino effect. And
Yes.
we fail to recognize that because you're like, oh, well, the career is not too great, but I'm going to make it up somewhere. But it has
No.
an effect. It does.
No. In fact, I had started really getting interested in personal development because I had joined Junior Chamber International, which is basically a voluntary organization to inspire young people to become better leaders, to create a positive change in the world. So I got really involved in training and development and growing as a person. And I was really excited about it. And I find a new part of myself. I became a trainer. I started going on stage and even speaking in conferences.
Oh, wonderful.
European conference, I was a trainer. So I started finding sort of my joys, my passions, while still doing my job, my proper money paying job. So
Sorry, would you say that was one of like your clues? What about the three steps, like just realizing actually I'm really enjoying this and I'm growing myself. Um, even because you said it was a youth thing as well, didn't you?
yeah, it was a youth organization for like you can become a member when you're 18 years old and you can stay there till you're 40.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Okay. So I discovered JCI, I was around 28 years old.
Right.
Yes, and I got so involved in it, and I find a new part of myself through this training aspect of JCI, and I loved being on stage. Loved it. I was so happy and I was so excited, and I forget everything. And it's like, as most of people say, I'm scared to go on stage. I have these butterflies and I don't want to do it. I was like, I want to do it. Let me to go and do it.
That's your zone of genius. I love that.
But when I was young, and this is one other clue I'm going to go. When I was young, which is very connected, I used to do drama. I started drama 5 years old.
Okay. Okay.
And I did it till I was around 12 years old because then, I changed schools and, life happens.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing drama and I loved doing drama at school. I was really good at it.
Okay. That is a clear clue. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I connected through being on stage, through training this time, not through acting. I connected to my childhood joy of being on stage and naturally flowing. And, even I could do spontaneous talks. It doesn't matter if I'm not prepared. It's like, wow, And yes, so that started something for me.
Impressive. So the being on stage, the helping people, the what other dots would you say in terms of the second step was?
Yeah. So I loved, of course, personal development. You love learning, and I was learning so much and training so much in so many different things. So I was learning. At work, it's my insurance job. I was actually a teacher in the Insurance Institute and also lecturing part-time at university. So I also love that part of my job in insurance, in the insurance box, I call it. That was my favorite part of it. Mentoring my colleagues, the younger ones, teaching, for preparing them for exams, degrees, and whatever. So that's the teacher part of me.
Yeah.
So that was another clue. So I connected the dots, being the teacher, being the trainer. Also another clue that I have not mentioned yet, I loved dancing.
Okay.
Yes, I've never got the opportunity because of my history to go to dance school when I was young. I wanted to become a ballerina, but I never did it. But I love dancing. And then later on, after I decided to leave my job, I discovered dancing as a healing modality.
Okay. Okay.
Which I do now, which I use it with my clients. And of course, I facilitate outside, again, teaching.
Yeah. So you've got pretty much being on stage, training and teaching and dancing that you use in your current career.
Yes, yes, and it's all expressive. You know, it's a teaching and being on stage, speaking, and then dancing. They're all expressive and ways of communicating with other. Because expressive dance is a way of communicating and sometimes even spreading a message to others.
Yeah, and it involves the movement, so I guess it involves a lot more senses than just hearing it.
Of course, and it's actually about forgetting all that's, you know, distracting you and being in touch with yourself, being in touch with your body and understanding yourself through dance, expressing yourself and understanding yourself. And of course, I was very fond and I was very much into meditation. I still am, actually, not was, into meditation. I still practice that. It was also part of my journey that gave me the courage to leave my career and follow my joy, basically.
I've got goosebumps. That's incredible. I promised you that she was going to be incredible. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
What's the one thing you would say to somebody considering such a huge career change from being at the top of their field really and trying to move into something that they love to do or something that they feel is part of their zone of genius?
For me, and I'd like I always recommend that, you know, it's not an overnight decision. So don't take a rush decision. I'm just going to leave. You know, we might understand, we need to become actually more self-aware before we make these huge leaps, and because these are big decisions which can present a lot of challenges.
Yep.
You know, so we can't say this is all airy, fairy, and easy. There are real challenges, and you need to be ready for these real challenges because sometimes it's going to get tough.
Right.
So you need to be prepared mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And for me, it was really important to go on a journey of self-discovery, to become more self-aware, get to know myself as Katherine, what really makes me happy, what gives me joy, when I'm in my zone of genius. And that was a process. So, and it happens, I think the foundation of this is self-awareness. Become self-aware, understand yourself, who you are.
Yeah, I love that, Katherine. This is amazing. Self-awareness is the one thing she would say to you. Get to know yourself before taking the leap and make sure it's the right thing for you. And I definitely agree with that. If you want to know more, get in touch with Katherine. Her details are going to be in the video shortly. Definitely get in touch. This is exciting. Katherine's helped so many people, and I'm so excited to share a piece of her with you today. So thank you so much.
Don't be a unicorn in a straight jacket.